what's that? Is that the Evo? What's going on, guys? It's been a minute. Finally have the Evo back. I've been absolutely terrible at updating you guys of what's all been going on. I just came from the shop, picked up the compression tester. You may think what's going on. Well, actually I better go put that box in the back. That box is for the Senderado. Got some Texas Speed headers, and this is the Y pipe. Came in a little bit late. But what's been going on with the Evo? Where has it been? What have I been doing? Why is it missing a radio? I've just been slacking big time. I have some footage of my first drive and everything. Right now I'm on 250 miles. I'm just kind of breaking it in. And car's smoking like crazy. Now, yes, that could be completely normal. I get it, full build kind of thing. Rings have not seated yet, but just to check, my engine builder told me to go take the compression tester and go see what kind of numbers it's pulling. So that's what I'm gonna do. I definitely do have my first drive. We'll get to that right here. Clunking. Well, obviously sequentials are gonna be loud and clunk a little bit. I don't know about that. I don't know. Might be some drive line. That right there. Alright, don't know what just happened. As you guys can see, I had the sequential shifter in there. Right now I have my normal shifter back. We had some problems with the sequential shifting, so we decided to put the H pattern back until we, you know, get the whole sequential thing figured out. But and I'm probably gonna keep it for the whole entire break-in, just because the whole sequential thing is a little bit new to me. I'm not trying to break nothing. Or the car's running really well. We did have some problems with it. I had a idler pulley go out, but other than that, it's all good. Let's start. You guys probably haven't even heard it yet. Sounds so good. This right here makes it quieter so I could talk a little bit. But yeah, no, I'm just more on my braking miles right now. I decided I'm probably gonna go around 600 or so. Hopefully stop smoking by then. Let's go for a little bit of a drive, and then let's go do this whole compression test. I think I've talked enough. So it's definitely the morning after, because I definitely didn't want to freeze at night. But here we are with the Evo, and this thing's just burning crazy oil. Now, like I said before, it's only at 300 miles. So I'm about to go do a compression test and see what's really going on with this thing. I already checked the catch can and everything. Check that out. I'm not sure if you can see in there, but it's a little bit full. Both of them are pretty. I mean, it's working. It's working. So these are both -10 lines all the way over there. So those are working. The intercooler pipes, already checked those. Those are all cleaned up. Throttle body's cleaned up. So it's not coming from the turbo, I don't think, or the intake manifold. I have a PCV valve delete, so it's not ventilating through there. So I'm pretty sure this oil burning. Actually, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So obviously it's puffing a whole lot of smoke at idle. I just came back from a little bit of a drive to go heat it up before I go do my compression test, and it's just smoking way too much. Up here too. smoking a little bit in there, but it very well could be my from my cutouts right under there. There's blow by coming from my catch cans. Everywhere. Shut off the car. But like I said, it's time for a compression test or something, because I just can't figure out the problem. Other than the rings just aren't seating, which, like I said before, it's low miles, so I might just need to keep driving it. But it's almost like it got worse, because the first 200 miles definitely didn't smoke like this. So I might go bring it up to my engine builder and see what he has to say about it. But let's get right into the video and start doing the compression test and pull out these coils, the spark plugs. Let's get into it. Of course, it's a 10mm I don't have. Let's see what the other ones look like. This one looks darker. You can definitely see the oil build up on it. I'm not even sure if you can really see the spark plug in the video or not. I'm just shoving it in the lens, so my bad. For all who don't know how to do a compression test, take a spark plug out, basically put this thing in. Let's see. Like so. Put this thing up and crank and watch these numbers. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how you do it. Alright, so basically what I'm going to do is crank it over. Obviously it's not going to start because the spark plugs and the coils aren't going to be hooked up. Crank it, and let's see if this one's to adjust. As I crank it, it should give me a number, and hopefully they're just about the same across the whole, or all 4 cylinders. If they are all the same, but they're low, that means that the rings just aren't quite seated yet, and I really have nothing to really worry about besides just breaking in the motor, as I'm expecting, but I don't really know what's going to go on. So let's set it up so you guys are able to see what it looks like after I crank it. Usually you crank it probably like 4 times or so, 4 or 5 times for the engine to turn over to get an exact reading. It should stop at a certain number and not go above that, no matter how much you crank. So let's get to it. Cylinder 1, that looks like maybe like 130-ish or so, 140. Cylinder number 2. Number 3. And 4. Just in case you don't know, if you have one of these testers, after every test you're supposed to clear it and then go on to your next cylinder. But as you could see, cylinder 4 and cylinder 2 were the ones that tested a little bit lower than 3 and 1. All numbers were just about the same though. They were in between 125 and 150, but I was looking at this number to get a little bit precise. They were all between 9 and 10, if you guys noticed. The majority of it was probably around like 9.5. So that is a little bit low. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. You know, obviously if it was like 75 or something, you definitely got a pretty big problem, but not too bad. I'm pretty sure previously when this motor was built, it was around like 150, 160-ish. Who knows? I have no idea what this new normal is going to be. So I'm alright with those numbers for now. I guess I'll send it over to my engine builder, see what he thinks. But they all were about equal, so that's good. I think I just need to drive it a little bit more, but you know, I hate driving it when it smokes out the whole street. But so next we'll pull that out, and apparently if you put some oil into the spark plug hole, obviously take out the spark plug and do the exact same thing over again, the oil will expand around the ring and the piston wall and make a better compression number. So and I guess that lets you know if your rings have really seated or not. So I guess that's what we'll try to do real quick. I still have some break-in oil that I'm using, so I'll put it on a little bit of a spoon, drop it in the cylinder, see if it reads a higher number. If it does, that means that my pistons haven't fully seated. I think my engine builder mentioned that to me, and I think I read it all over the internet. Not saying the internet's always right, but I'm gonna try it out. Alright, so I've been using this Maxima Racing Oils. It's 1030 weight break-in oil. Here's my teaspoon. I feel like I'm gonna spill this everywhere, so let's get this all ready to go. I feel like I'm gonna spill all over the place, to be honest with you. Alright, just like that. I'm gonna put the spark plug back in, or no, the compression tester, and then start cranking and see what we get. Alright, so as you can see this time, if it focuses, it's now up to a little bit over 10. Before it was a little bit over 9, so that means that the cylinder ring quite has not, that made no sense, has not seated yet. And I'm sure that goes for the rest of them. I guess I'll just do them all. I don't know, that's a lot of, well, yeah, we might as well. Okay, so I just did the higher testing cylinder, and it was in between 10 and 11, and that is like 150. So the cylinder, what would that be? 2 and 4 were a little bit over 10, and then these were right in between 10 and 11. So I think the pistons do need to seat a little bit more, and hopefully that'll get rid of my burning issues. So I'm gonna send it over to my engine builder, but I think we're all good to go. I think this thing just needs miles, and I guess I just need to carry oil with me and just burn it all away. Oh, and I forgot, I still have to burn the oil that I just put inside the cylinders, so I'm pretty sure my neighbors are about to hate me. But let's record it. Not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but I don't know why it revved up. Oh, because never mind, I had a bunch of gas in the cylinders. Definitely didn't unplug my fuel pump. That's probably why. But yeah, I guess it ain't too bad. It's probably gonna take a while to burn all that out, but like I said, it's probably due to the rings not being seated either, so I don't know. I should just drive it. But we do got some new Evo wheels. These are just stock Evo 10 wheels. I got some wheels, but I'm not sure if it's gonna fit the rear because I'm still stock body in the rear. And it's not very, well, it is rolled, but not really stretched. So we'll test it out and see if they fit. Not sure if I'm gonna show you guys yet. Oh!